And number 90 in your homework for congruent triangles asks you to fill out the missing statements and reasons. So we have that given triangle B or segment BD is perpendicular to segment AC, and also that D is the midpoint of segment AC. So this follows from the given information, and from this, so if D is the midpoint of AC, so if D perfectly bisects segment AC, this means that the measures of AD and the measures of DC are equal, and so it would follow that they are congruent, and this is just given by the definition of a midpoint, that the two segments that are formed are congruent. And then we have BD is congruent to BD, and that's just a reflexive property. So we have a reflexive property of congruence. Then we have a missing statement, and our reason for it is that perpendicular lines form right angles. So we would have had to have written that some angle is a right angle, and the right angle that we have in the figure is angle ADB. So we have over here in our reasons bank, we have that angle ADB and angle CDB are right angles because of the fact that this segment here, DB and AC, intersect or are perpendicular, so they intersect at right angles, and so any of the angles formed by those two segments are going to be right angles. So then number 5, we have that angle ADB is congruent to CDB, and that follows from the fact that all right angles are congruent. So right angles are congruent because they first of all have the same measure. They're all equal to 90 degrees, and so therefore it follows that they're congruent. And then we have that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD, and so this is done by this side angle and side that we have, that we proved that are congruent. So we have a side angle side triangle congruence. And then number 7, of course, is what we're trying to prove. So we're trying to prove that BC is congruent to BA. And this is done by the fact that we've proven that the two triangles are congruent. And it would follow that the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles must be also congruent by CPCTC. And this is our proof complete.